Okay, an unexpected arrival at this time. But now this is previously I had never pre-ordered locomotives. However, back months ago, back before Mom moved home, and I assumed that I would have the barn fixed by now, I did pre-order some locomotives and set aside the money for them, and they came. And when they came available, and I expected them to come next month because the expected arrival date was November 1st, and I expected the store to email me when they were 30 days away like the pre-order said they would, which they didn't. But I don't normally pre-order. I usually say, well, if I don't get them, I don't get them. But there is one thing important to me is having bicentennial locomotives. And unfortunately, I missed the Bangor and Aroostook GP9. I had it on my wish list for a while, and then they sold out of them. And then I had one left, and then they sold out of it again. So unfortunately, I missed that one. And I missed the Santa Fe ones. And when this pre-order was announced, I was not going to miss this one. And this actually increases my Broadway Limited locomotives to 3. Because we have a BLI, SD45 in bicentennial paint. And those who know about what BLI pre-orders was will know what one this is because I mentioned it's bicentennial. This would be the Erie Lackawanna 3632. And I will most likely do a review on this locomotive. But there we go. Look at that beauty. Red, white, and blue. Kind of reminds me of the BC Rail Power, which I have BC Rail locomotives on my wish list as well. I think those are also from Broadway Limited. Beautiful locomotive. I'm not going to take it out. I'll save that for the review. Sometime my mom is out on a walk, and I can film downstairs so I can look at pictures of it and compare it. Because this is a new locomotive, I doubt there's very many reviews out there, so I'll actually do a review on this locomotive because these are brand new. Now, this is not the only locomotive I got. Now there's another one. And that one was because I knew how in demand they were, how many people wanted them, and I knew that there was no way that I would get one unless I pre-ordered it. So I looked through the road numbers that they were releasing, and I found only one, that was one that came through here. On the Southern Tier line, it was very, very common to get these locomotives in the Canadian National trains. Anyone who lives in the area or has visited the area knows what SD45s I would be seeing on the Southern Tier line. And what locomotive modelers have been waiting for years to get a hold of, for somebody to finally do. The Wisconsin Central SD45s. This one is 7522, the only one that they released that came to this area. So we have Wisconsin Central SD45 and an Erie Lackawanna SD45. Now I really want to sometime, possibly the round robin, I'm going to take this up because I want to photograph this on Paul Stamp's layout, because the maroon and gold of Wisconsin Central would look really good posed along his Seneca Lake scene. So, yeah, that's absolutely a beautiful locomotive. From what I can see here, Broadway Limited with their Paragon 4 has created some wonderful locomotives. I have waited until Paragon 4 to buy their locomotives, but yes, we have because I knew the other ones had problems, but Paragon 4 is wonderful. So there we are. There's our locomotives. And I will be doing another operations video shortly. It might come out before this layout update, but this is part of the beginning of the October layout, beginning of the second half October layout update and work update. So there we go. An unexpected arrival. Did not expect them to come this early, but I am really glad that I actually pre-ordered those locomotives because I really needed a Wisconsin Central with SD45, and not happy with the price. It's the most expensive locomotive I've ever bought, but the modelers have been waiting for these locomotives for years. I don't think they've ever done them. Anyone's ever done them before. So let's move on from that. Let's go and find something else to record. No speed matching required, it would have seemed. Okay, now here's the end of here's this second half of October layout update, which unfortunately is coming out in November because I just didn't have time. I just didn't get a chance to film it. Now you can see here I'm picking up pieces of styrofoam and stuff, and that's because I cut out part of that pit for the coal. I decided instead of having it here, I'm going to have it here. And so we got coke here, and we have coal here, so we have two off-spot sections, and then this is where oil gets unloaded. So this is going to be vacuumed. I got to get these parts here, which is my parts for my Dash 8, which, so we got this partially done. I wanted to get it all the way done, but got that taken care of, and then we have progress on the locomotive, which is there's the cab. You can see the grab irons that I've made for it. They are not perfect, but they look pretty good. this one that's not right. There we go, fixed it. Sort of. Looks a little bent, but that one over there, it's not quite right, but. And then we have the rear grab irons. And there's a here. We have the rear grab irons for it. Now, this locomotive, it should have, instead of these ones back here, Atlas drilled holes. Get my focus. Focus. There we go. Drilled holes for ones this way when there's supposed to be one that goes up this way, not this way. I'm not going to change that. I'm just going to do it the way Atlas did it, and oh well. So I still have to glue on, have the parts for the exhaust stack here and a horn, and other things that are not here. The horn is not in the package, so I had to order one. But yeah, that's the end of October layout update. We have work done on the Dash 8, and of course we still have sitting here in the layout our new Wisconsin Central 7522. Your Lackawanna Bicentennial unit is actually put back in the box, but the Wisconsin Central one is still out here, and of course coupled to my Grand Trunk. Have those two connected together. Now, if I had the Canadian National, that would be quite a pair. Canadian National, Grand Trunk, and Wisconsin Central. But both my Canadian National diesels are put away. So the goal for this month is to get this finished, rest of the details put on it, and get this painted. However, there is a problem with that, and that is that this would need the offset windshield wipers for this, and they're out of stock everywhere except for eBay, and I'm not going to spend $11 shipping on the windshield wipers for this. So I have to wait to hopefully they'll come back in stock. So the cab is not going to get painted yet, because I need to install grab irons on this above the windshields, and I can't do that until the windshield wipers, and the windshield wipers, because windshield wipers have to go under them, and the windshield wipers are out of stock, so I gotta wait to do that. But other than that, everything else can be put on that. I have ordered the horn, the sand filler hatches, and everything for this locomotive, and yeah, so that is what's been done in October. And now, since it's the beginning of November, I'm filming this, I gotta start filming the November layout update. So, from CP Silver Springs, milepost 368 in the Norfolk Southern Interior Line, keep on the trains, Tim out.